Hello and welcome to another video episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and sometimes crochet and books I'm reading or listening to on audiobook or TV and movies that I'm watching and enjoying, and any other life and general chatty things that I feel like sharing with you. So thank you so much for watching this video and choosing to spend a little bit of your time with me. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy it. Let's settle in. Please grab yourself a delicious beverage, any of your choice, and get out your yarn, your hook, your needles, or maybe some fiber and a spindle, or maybe your embroidery, whatever you need. And let's have some fun, crafty chat. So it has been another week, and I hope that you are hanging in there and doing well. Yeah, just be kind and patient with yourself. I know some people are like, now I'm going to write my novel and I'm going to completely reorganize and readjust everything in the apartment or the house and every project. And well, if you can do that, awesome. Go for it, and I hope it all goes really well. That's great, but please don't feel pressured if that's not where you are. Um, and if all you can do is, you know, watch YouTube or crochet on your blanket and get yourself a sandwich so you're eating, and that's okay. You don't feel guilty about not doing every project and writing a novel and sewing a new wardrobe for yourself and doing everything that, yeah, don't do that to yourself, please. And the previous week, it was really fun to make those extra videos, and it was a very welcome distraction, but I have to admit, I'm really glad that that is not my regular posting schedule, because doing that many videos all the time, yeah, I would never keep up with it. But I did enjoy it that week, but this week I'm really happy to be back to a better, more reasonable posting schedule. Anyway, crafting has been going well. These are my socks. And here is the side view with the heel. In a couple of rows, it'll be time to start the toe for for each of these, and that's good because that's about how much yarn I have left. So I think it'll be nice to wear these actually. It's been a little bit cool and rainy the last couple of days. Also, there was sleet again. If it's a Monday in the spring here in the Pacific Northwest, I guess it is time for sleet mixed with rain showers. Yeah. So that happened again as I was gathering things to prepare to start recording. And yeah, just a little note on the weather. And this is my progress on the yoke. Of the buds and blooms pullover. No, actually not buds and blooms. Branches and buds. That's the right name. The Branches and Buds Pullover by Carrie Bostic Hogue. And this is, for all intents and purposes, my first stranded colorwork project. And I am really enjoying it. And I think I can say that I probably have caught the stranded colorwork bug because I'm already planning my next stranded colorwork project. Yeah, a little bit. An online order was placed, let's just say. I did need a little bit more yarn to be able to finish that streamlined tank in my size. So since I was ordering a couple of skeins, I'm like, let's just fill out the order. And I knew I wanted stranded colorwork supplies. I picked a pattern and I bought yarn to fit that pattern. I will tell you about that later when it's things are here and I can show you the yarn, but I'm very excited. I ordered from a local yarn shop about an hour and a half away from our house, and right now they are still shipping. They're not open, but they're for walk-in retail, but they are still shipping. But they did say on their website that their shipping schedule will be slower than normal because I'm sure they're limiting the number of employees that are coming in to do that, to keep everyone as safe as possible. Anyway, but so I am not sure when that order will arrive, but I'm excited. And I already mentioned the tank top, and here is my current progress. Here, let me show you the right side. It looks nicer. I love the stripes. I'm very happy. And this is the Streamlined Tank by Alexandra Tavel. And the yarn that I'm using is Haiku Kobasi DK, which is, it's summer fibers. It's cotton and bamboo and a little bit of silk and a little bit of nylon elastic. So it is a little bit springy, and I really like knitting with it, actually. This yarn has been very nice to knit with that little bit of bounce to it. I know a lot of people complain about knitting with plant fibers or silk because they really are not elastic at all. They've got no give, and they can be a little bit hard on your hands because of that. But this has been very comfortable to knit with, and I love the drape of it. It's just very part of it is the looser gauge. This is definitely not knit at a close stance gauge, but it's also that cotton and bamboo, just really, really, really drapey. And this does have positive ease. It's kind of a floaty tank, so that drape is going to be great, just what I want. But with that positive ease and that drape, that's why I need a little bit more yarn. But this has been a really fun project to work on. That was the, it's done in the flat in 2 pieces. So it will be seamed up the side and seamed up here at the straps. Yeah. It's kind of nice to have a change because my other 2 projects are in the round. So having something knit flat and also at a different gauge with a little bit thicker yarn and bigger needles, it's good on my hands too. So I like that. It's really interesting because to get gauge for this sweater, I had to go down quite a bit from the recommended needle size in the pattern. I can't remember now. I think these are a 3 that I'm knitting with. A US 3. I forget the millimeters for that. And it's recommended, I think, a 5. I am generally a looser knitter, so it's very much not unusual for me to have to go down in needle size. But for this, I actually tested tested 3 different needle sizes. I started a couple sizes down, which would be a US 5, because I just assumed that I would need to go down. But in the end, I'm using a US 7, which I think is a 4.5 millimeter. And this is the recommended needle size in the pattern. So, very interesting. Yeah, gauge is affected by so many things. The yarn you're using, the texture of it, whether it's stretchy or not stretchy, and the texture of the needles, like bamboo, are really sticky. metal are super slick, and wood are kind of in between. So all those things um, just change how it works with how you hold the yarn and your knitting style, and it can change your gauge a little bit. Um, so I think that's all the knitting things to talk about right now. And reading has been going well too. That cozy reading night was just what I needed to jumpstart back into my books. So I did finish 3 bags full. That really nice cozy mystery with with the sheep. The sheep solved the crime, and I loved that book. I highly recommend it. And the ending, it it was not exactly what I thought it would be, which is always kind of nice to not be able to guess everything, but also I felt it was very appropriate. It felt like an appropriate ending, and it felt right, the way things happened, and it was a little bit bittersweet. Yeah, it was a little bit bittersweet, but it fit the tone of everything. And yeah. And don't worry about those sheep. They have a new shepherd now, and they're going to be just fine. Just fine. Yeah. I love how she made those sheep real characters. She really, really did. And and she still captured their sheepiness. They weren't totally human. They definitely weren't fully human. Um, they were still very sheepy. It was great. It was so fun. Um, yeah, that was 3 bags full by Leonie Swan. And I am still reading, um, or listening to actually, The Clockmaker's Daughter, and enjoying that. Um, yeah, this book is really right up my alley. I'm I can tell already. I'm I think I'm somewhere uh, in the 3rd chapter, getting close to the 4th, um, and I'm loving it. Just loving it. It's very it really gives you the feel of London, and the historical London and the modern London, with the dual timeline. She really does pack a lot of details to make the setting come to life, and I really like that. And the story, it's it's kind of like a art and literary detective. She's not a detective. The main character is an archivist, but this mysterious object, and so she's um, trying to find out the history of where it came from and the person that owned it, who was an artist. And so it's got all these art and literary history connections, and love that. Love, love, love that. Um, yeah, yeah, so good. Um, Anything else? Oh, Devs. Devs is so good. So good. Um, if you think kind of a slow burn sci-fi mystery is up your alley. It's set in San Francisco in a, a high-tech company, and they're working on a, a super secret kind of mind-blowing project that could have really just all anyway, it's good. It's really good. And also the visual style and the music that they're putting in the background is really good too. All around, it's so well done. I love the acting and the performances. Devs is great. I'm so enjoying it. That's DEVS. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Anything else? Yeah, I think that covers everything right now. Um, so please enjoy your projects. I'd love to hear about. Oh, and just in case you haven't heard, uh, Blueprint, which used to be Craftsy, and they make online classes for um, crafts and sewing and cooking and drawing and painting and all kinds of things, creative things. Blueprint has made all of their classes free to everyone at their website until April 9th. You can watch anything. I don't think you can download PDFs of patterns or things like that, but you can view any class for free at their website until April 9th. And um, if that is an opportunity that you're raring to go for, to try something new or to start some new projects, um, yeah, that could be really good for you right now, while we're all at home. And I hope that you and your families and all your loved ones are well, and take care. See you next time. Bye bye.